Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to your April forecast. It's really great to see you again. And this month, as I was beginning to tune into your sign and doing my automatic writing and really meditating on what was available for you as far as energy goes, the main thing that came through was that through the act of getting organized, some sort of a hidden truth or something that you've forgotten about yourself may be revealed. Likewise, just the pure act of organization, whether it's organizing your finances, organizing your house, or just kind of meditating and organizing your thoughts, this is going to be a source of empowerment for you. And I know that's not always the most enjoyable thing to do. Let's face it, sometimes it's nice just to relax, and organizing can sometimes feel stressful unless you're the type of person that really enjoys that sense of accomplishment. This is not so much about the accomplishment, it's about the empowerment, something about you understanding or feeling like you're in control of things. This is going to help your self-esteem. It's also going to help, for some of you, you might find something, or just, again, through the act of organizing, you might learn something about yourself this month that you wouldn't otherwise know. Very odd sort of thing to come through with the channeled information. I definitely had a visual with this too. It was sort of like picking up a rug and seeing what was underneath it. And for me, that means that there might be something that, again, secret, or something that was hidden, or something that you were trying to kind of put away and not deal with. This month it's coming out, and you're going to have a chance to tidy it up, basically. So I think ultimately you're going to feel happy that whatever it is in your life that you need to organize, that you've taken time to set it into proper order. And again, it's going to create a sense of empowerment. So don't be afraid to do that this month. All right, now let's take a look at the cards and see what additional insights and information they have for you. So while I'm shuffling this, just a quick note on how I organize the readings. I start off with the channeled information, which we just went through, and then I expand the forecast to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny after I pull a Celtic cross. Now this video can also be used for your sun, rising, and moon. Sometimes I forget to say that, but feel free to look at all three to gain additional insights on your month ahead. Okay, so at this point I like to remain quiet and just pull the Celtic cross to see what's coming through, and after that I'll start talking again. Now I like to also pull a catalyst card, and for me this connects everything together much in the same way as that channeled information tells you how to kind of begin the month, or what to focus on. This connects everything that we're going to be looking at. All right, so what we have here is a death card, and when I was looking at this, it actually came through kind of sideways. These are circular, so there really is no reversals in this. But what I see with the sideways death card, or a somewhat reversed death card, is basically that you're going to have a little bit of a curveball that's thrown your way this month. But it's one that can open up new opportunities for you. Death and rebirth, depending on which deck you're looking at, is a chance for you to hit the reset button or to clean the slate. So when this new opportunity comes to you, or when this new piece of information comes to you, what you want to try to do is just remain calm and think, this is a new chance for me. This is something that's good. Am I ready to do it? And that's really the question for you, because it doesn't come through as a negative. It just comes through as a surprise, and you'll have to sort of do some internal soul searching to think if this is the right time to embrace that opportunity, okay? Let's take a look at the rest of the cards now and see what they have to offer in the way of insight. First, I want to start off by saying that you have a great central card here with the Ace of Cups. This is really showing that throughout the month, very good time for you to start new relationships. If you have someone coming in, this is really putting you in a place where your heart space is open for that, as well as an influx of creativity for you this month. So maybe you want to channel that passion into a project at work, or a home improvement project, or self-improvement project, doesn't matter. It can also be just a form of self-expression. So if you're a writer, an artist, a painter, a dancer, this is a time for your creative energy to really kind of take a beautiful upswing. You're going to have this new surge of energy, basically, that you can tap into. In addition to that, it was crossed by the Two of Wands, which means that this is a great time to plan. So if you wanted to think about some sort of a new venture for work, or some sort of trip that you want to take, or something fun that you want to do, since we have the Ace of Cups there at the center, the Two of Wands is encouraging you to sit down and make the plans, figure out what time of year might be good to do it, how much money it might take to do it, etc. And it's also a card where you can get other people excited about your ideas. So if you're self-employed, this is a chance for you to really help grow your own business with this. Additionally, if you're retired or if you're a student, this is a card where these new opportunities can come through. And sometimes you might have been waiting a long time for something to happen, and then all of a sudden it comes through. Or if you've ever, like when I went to adopt my dog almost a year ago, initially I was told that he wasn't ready, there was going to need to be some surgery done, etc. And I should probably look for another dog. And I had my heart set on him, but I was like, okay, just keep me posted. I hope he's healthy. And then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, he made this sort of miraculous turnaround, and he was ready for adoption. What I did in that time period, though, is I kind of let go. I thought, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Maybe it's not, but I'm going to keep moving forward, and I hope he's okay. When you sort of take a deep breath, and it's not necessarily let go completely, but just sort of loosen the reins on things, this is what this card can be for you too. All of a sudden you get a second chance at something. You may think it's done, but it's not really. It's almost like a boomerang. And that's why this kind of came in sideways. So it can be good. It can be sort of like an initial disappointment followed up by a really awesome, an unexpected improvement, either a better opportunity or a second chance at that opportunity that you lost. Whatever it is, it seems pretty good. The other thing is you could talk to someone else and they may have a new idea or a new solution that helps you overcome what you thought was a disappointment but was really a very necessary delay. So ultimately it looks really, really good for you, whatever that sort of surprise might be. And with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands, there's so many new opportunities at your disposal that I wouldn't get upset if something, one or two things doesn't work out. You've got a lot of other things working for you this month. Now, as we look at Deep Past here, we have another beautiful card for you, the High Priestess, which is all about not just manifestation, but also the intuition and the guidance that's coming through. It could be coming through your dreams. It could also be coming through, if you're like me, I do automatic writing, and sometimes just through writing things down, I'm able to work things out. And so for you, however it's coming through, thoughts, writing, dreams, I want you to pay attention to that intuition this month, because it's going to be very, very useful, especially in the planning phase. And as I was saying earlier when I channeled your information, if you can kind of take your mind off whatever your problem is and do something else, it might be organizing, it might be cleaning, it could be something expressive, like I said, dancing or painting or writing. What you're doing is actually allowing for the channel to open while you're on another sort of activity. So I want you to practice just letting your mind relax a little bit, and maybe listen to music, maybe play music, whatever, but then also pay attention to the thoughts that come through. We don't talk about this much, but I actually believe that all artists are psychics, they're intuitives. You know, they're picking up on waveforms and thought forms, and then putting that into either making music from it or making art from it. So we're all capable of doing that, and if you want to grow your psychic skills, the best way to do so is through art. And it doesn't matter if it's something that you're going to share. Even when your little kid scribbles with the crayon, they're channeling, so you can do the same thing. It's just for you. So I encourage you to really try different methods of channeling. So music, art, dance, and just a task like cleaning. Sometimes people get their best ideas when they're driving, or then they're in the shower or cleaning. So I'm just trying to encourage you to disengage, do something else, and then I think you're going to solve some of your problems this month, okay? Now we have a couple of interesting cards here. In your recent past, we have the Lord, which is the Emperor, and then in your ego, we have the Lady, which is the Empress. One really cool thing with both of these cards is that I feel like you're primed for good leadership this month, especially since she is in your ego. So this plus maybe Queen of Wands, I feel like they're quintessential management cards. You can take care of anything. Usually I associate this with either owning your own business, or it can also be like head of household, taking care of things, nurturing sort of energy. So I feel like you're in a really good position for that this month. And if you're trying to bring anything into fruition, the fertility in this card is really indicating that you have a lot of opportunities to make something happen. Now, there could be a little tension for some of you that might be in a long-term relationship, with the Lord and the Lady in these positions, and then the Devil card, which for me is basically a lover's card that is kind of in disarray. In reverse, this is showing me that there could be some secrets that are coming out. There could be some arguments, or there could be some hidden truths that reveal themselves in a way that you didn't expect. If you're dating someone new, and like whenever I'm reading for someone and the Devil card comes up in a new relationship, I mentioned that because Ace of Cups is at the center. This could be about not having the same expectations as your partner. Maybe you want a monogamous relationship, they want an open relationship, or maybe they're getting out of a relationship and they haven't told you. They might be still engaged or still married. You just want to really give things time to develop so you understand everything. It can also just indicate that there might be some things that you're afraid to talk about. It's a hopes and fears card, and the best way to sort of dissolve the energy of the Devil card or neutralize it is to be honest, is to not rush, is to meet whatever sort of opposition or challenges you have with love, with an open heart, and also with an open mind, and don't just sort of throw yourself in to anything head first. And that was some of what I said when I saw the Ace of Cups in the center, is that emotions can run really high this month, so you want to make sure that you've engaged your heart and your mind, and together the two of them are going to be able to make the right decisions. Your crowning card is one that I've seen a lot of this month, and the reason I mention, by the way, sometimes people wonder, why do you mention that this is coming up through all the cards? Because it shows that there's a trend, and I think I've seen this in at least two other signs this month. You have the Four of Cups. It was reversed for you. Now, the Four of Cups is a card of sometimes yearning for something that you don't have, or sometimes being jealous of what you see that someone else has. And it can also be about not appreciating what you have, or missing an opportunity because of all of the previous ones that I just mentioned, because you're distracted. So we all have moments where we feel like that Four of Cups person, where they're kind of thinking, when is this over? Or when are things going to get easy? Or, why can't I make this happen? You can, you will. You have to believe in your power to manifest. If you're feeling distracted, think instead, okay, the universe is giving me some sort of unexpected curveball. Why am I pausing right now? What can I do to shift this a little bit? And always put yourself in a place of empowerment and opportunity, and then things are going to start to shift around. You have to believe that you can change it, and you will. If you believe that you can't, then you won't. I know it's kind of simplified, but it's true. I want you to get back to that feeling that I can, and not only can I make these changes, but I've been given this time to think about it, because there's something better that I can do, or there's an improvement that can be made. As I look at your hopes, your fears, your desired action, we have the Star card, but she's reversed. So what I love about the Star card is it usually indicates you're getting closer to something really important in your soul's path. It could be deciding to finally go out on a limb and do something that you've always dreamed of doing. Maybe it's owning a house, or starting a business, or publishing a book. Whatever it is that you want to do, this card is showing that you're going to do it in a big way and make a splash. But she should be upright. When she's reversed, it's showing that there's something that you're holding back. And maybe you're not being completely honest with yourself or with others. That's why the Devil card's here, because it usually shows hiding, fear, or not being able to face something. So this can also be a card of integration. And what I mean by integration is sometimes we know who we are and we know what we want to do, but we don't let everybody sort of see all facets of ourselves. And I think privacy is important. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being true to what it is that you want to be. It might be about who you want to love, and maybe you don't have support for that in your life. It could also be for a certain way that you want to live your life. There may not be support for that. Or just, again, expressing yourself. This card is really encouraging you to be the Empress, to be strong, to be confident in who you are, what it is that you want, whatever it is that you want to do, and really sort of present this as your truth, kind of take it or leave it. Not in a confrontational way, but in a way that is, I'm proud of what I've done. I hope that you are too. And if not, that's okay. It's sort of just this kind of quiet confidence. And I think that's really what the challenge will be for your sign this month to kind of embrace, is show who you are and don't be afraid of the either love or rejection, because some people can be afraid of success too. So you have to kind of put yourself out there. That's the challenge this month. The outcome card is the Ace of Pentacles. It's reversed. There's also a general trend this month to not make any big purchases, to not really do anything hasty with your money. So I think with Ace of Pentacles in reverse, you also want to be looking at self-worth, and if you're in a relationship, making sure that there's a reciprocity and that you're not feeling pushed into something too quickly. Especially if there's a new love that comes through, that reversal is showing me that maybe one side is feeling a little bit more engaged than the other, and you just want to make sure that you're ready for the changes that might be happening if you start a new relationship. Okay? Now, one card that I forgot to mention in the near future was the Chariot. So I like that it's upright. This goes right with my channeled information, which is through little acts of control, organizing your life, cleaning up your house, going through your closet, getting rid of stuff you don't need. These small things that bring order to you and to your life ultimately kind of change your energy, change your posture, change the way the world is viewing you. So I feel like you're actually going to start to make good strides with that, and I think that's the key to taking this card and bringing it upright. And the thing with the Star is she's never subtle. So for some of you, this can mean that there's a chance in your life where people are asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. At school, for instance, this is when, or in college, it's when a teacher just randomly calls on you a lot. They want to see what you can do, and they know that maybe there's more to you than others or even yourself realize, and this is your chance to step up. Same thing happens in work and in relationships. It doesn't matter what age you are. You might be called upon to do more than you've done in the past. And if you see it as exciting and as an opportunity rather than people picking on you or you feeling like you want to kind of close in, then great things can happen to you this month. So I hope you embrace whatever opportunities are presenting themselves. Let's go ahead now and expand your forecast. Let's begin with health. For me, health includes mind, body, and spirit. I'm going to give the cards a nice shuffle, and we'll see what's coming through for you with health. It says, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Love this card. And it really is talking about some of why I wanted you to get organized, because it's going to help focus your energy. And also when I was talking about the fact that you can already do it, that's exactly what this card is saying. Now, this is in your health area. So this is telling you that if you want to make changes in your life, what you have to believe first with regards to your health, whether it's improving your physical health, your mental health, or your spiritual energy. This is a card really that's all about energy. It starts with the belief that I can, I will, I am doing this. So I want you to start to think in affirmatives and also focus on this thought that I will do this, I can do this. I want that to be sort of your mantra this month with whatever it is that you want to change in your health, your mind, or in your spiritual life, okay? So you're able to make those changes happen. All right, let's take a look now at your wealth card and see what insights the cards have to say. So we have attachment, and it's a reversal, which is really about letting go of the attachment. But let me just pull the card upright. What you want to do is do a little bit of soul searching and decide, why is it that I can't move on from something? This could be deciding to sell a house, one that maybe is too big for you or isn't worth the upkeep. It could also be some sort of a financial investment that is just taking either too much time or energy, or again, isn't giving you the return you want. It could also be your inability maybe to sell some things and you need the money, but you're kind of mentally or energetically attached to things. So this month is a chance for you to release some of those attachments, but you have to do the soul searching and think, why is it that I first got this object or this attachment? Why is it that I keep it? Why is it kind of like this blanket that I'm keeping close to me? And once you do that, you'll realize what it's either helping to alleviate or to hide or to fill the void of. And then you can work on fixing that, and then the attachment dissipates. So I think that if you release the attachment, your money situation will improve. So you're going to have to, though, go to the core of the matter. It's not just about the object itself or the relationship you have with the object. It's why that started in the first place. So if you go back to that and kind of fix that, then I think the attachment goes away. Don't be afraid to talk to someone. It might just be a friend if you're worried about something, sharing some of that anxiety or worry that you might be experiencing. That can really help take a load off your shoulders. It can also be a chance for you just to educate yourself on things a bit, and knowing that once you let go of it, it's going to feel like so much better, especially if it's about downsizing or just getting rid of some things that maybe you've owned for a long time that you're not using, and you know that opening up that space will allow for something new to come in. And I think sometimes it just takes that idea of, if I don't create space, how can something new grow? So toy around with that and see if that works for you. At the very least, you should talk to someone about whatever that attachment could be in your life. And again, it could also just be an attachment to an idea, especially that maybe it is that you can't do it or that you're not able to manifest. I'm telling you, you can. And if you start to believe in yourself, others will follow suit. Let's see what the cards have to say now about love and relationships. Actually, this card came through, and it says, Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. You're getting a lot of cards about manifestation this month. I love it. And this is also a very nocturnal card, so I believe that it's really important for you to pay attention to what you receive in dreams. Maybe you're someone who experiences lucid dreams. This can also be meditations, but whatever it is that you're starting to see, this is going to be very valuable for you in how you can either improve, fix, or navigate your relationships. It's also attached to a 1 month period, because we've got a big moon in here. So for those of you that are looking for a change in your relationship, maybe trying to get out of one, trying to start one, etc., this is showing that it's about a 1 month process that it's going to take for you to know where you're headed in that respect. The other thing here, we've got Pan. Pan for me is a very playful card, and so or a very playful character, I should say. But it's also one that you want to kind of watch out for. And this character in this card, it's not Pan because it doesn't look enough like him, but it has some of the same characteristics here. So what I want you to do is, if you do have someone in your life and you're worried about something, you just have to face those fears. You don't want to jump to any sort of conclusions or start to accuse someone of something, but it is a good time to start open conversations and just talk about what it is you want in your life. Make sure that you're both on the same page. And if you are, then this card is saying have fun too, because with Pan in there, that's usually a great card for getting close to someone and having fun with intimacy. So I feel like for those of you that are in a monogamous and long-term relationship, it's a great time for you to connect with your partner. Now let's take a look at your Destiny card. Destiny is a chance for you to sort of check in with your GPS, your internal GPS, and see if you like the direction in which you're headed. And if you do, then great. And if not, then this is a chance for you to kind of hit the reset button. So what we have here is the 10 of Cups, and it's a great card. It did come through reversed. So, we've had a lot of discussion about how the Ace of Cups at the center could be something that might overwhelm you by month's end. The fact that this is reversed is showing me that I associate 10 of Cups with like long-term commitment. And sometimes it's starting a family. Sometimes it's just the pressure that you feel when you've decided you're the one, or we're going to get more serious, etc. Or it can be the pressure of why haven't you found someone from friends and family if you're single. This card is just telling you this is too much this month. I feel like what you want to do is take it easy, focus on yourself, focus on that this sort of overall vibe of becoming more empowered. And until you are complete, until you are whole, your partner, if you have one, or your future partner, if you don't have one, they're kind of always going to be trying to balance you out. So balance yourself out this month, and that's going to be the best gift you can give to both yourself and to anyone around you, whether it's friends or family. One last note with this is this could be an overall indication that there may be more energy that's needed from friends and family in the month or months ahead. So there could be some events that are coming through where just people need to lean on you a little bit more. All the more reason that you want to take care of yourself. Be physically strong and be mentally strong, and then you're going to be able to be there for others. Let's go ahead now and review everything we talked about. As I said at the beginning, your channeled information was really to embrace the whole act of organization and getting organized. I talked a little bit later about how that's really a different form of opening up your mind so that you can channel. Because when you put it on some other task, even a mundane task, then all of a sudden other thoughts can come through because you're preoccupied with just doing something. So I think that's going to be very powerful for you. And it, as I said, also it can help reveal or remind you of something that you may have lost or kind of swept under the rug, because that was the other part of the vision that I got. So let's go ahead now and look at the cards. Your catalyst was a curveball, basically. We have death here in a sort of sideways position, which tells me that there's a roundabout change that's going to happen. But from whatever it is that you let go or thought that you lost, there's actually new growth and new opportunity that's coming through. As we look at the center card, great month for emotions, getting in touch with your emotions, meeting someone new, going deeper into a relationship, also just planning for the future. Very, very good. Remember that manifestation is at your fingertips, that you want to stay open. This is one thing I didn't mention with the Lord card reverse. So whenever I see Emperor reversed, there can sometimes be a difficulty in accepting new things, receiving gifts from others or help from others. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it, and just stay as open-minded as possible. Four of Cups reverse, don't miss out on an opportunity because you are too focused on what's not happening. Realize you need to keep your eyes and ears open for new things. Getting control over your life in any small way is going to actually have a really large effect in your future. So that's where this organization is coming into play. We talked at great length about the Lady. It's a good time for seeing things to fruition. It's a fertility card. For those of you that might be thinking of starting a family, I do think it's possible because we have the Devil card, but then we have the Star card on top of it. So I see some difficulties, but eventually what you're looking for will happen. So keep pushing. But for those of you that are not trying to get pregnant, this is a card about getting more control over your life, talking through any sort of fears or frustrations, or again, if there's something that's come to light that you're not comfortable with, bringing that into a sort of neutral conversation with your partner is really important, or your friends. The Star card reverse, really being comfortable with who you are, what you're doing, and not holding back for others' benefits. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse really has to do with releasing the attachment. We got that when we looked at your Wealth card. Your Health card this month is really focusing on positivity, that your own energy is what creates reality, it's about a perception filter. As long as you believe that something can happen, it will, and in that way you can actually change your overall health. We talked about wealth. Look at the source of the attachment, then and only then can you release it. For love, there's a chance for being more playful if you're in a long-term relationship, receiving new information through dreams and intuition, and also believing that whatever it is you're seeking, if you've been single and want someone in your life, or if you want to sort of improve your relationship, believe it's possible. Believe in that sort of magical connection that you have with your partner and embrace it. Try not to get overwhelmed by others. Hold your own space. Be there when you can, but say no if you have to. So that brings our monthly reading to a close, but I hope that you received the insight that you need to really feel that you can navigate this month ahead. If you ever feel like you want more of a one-on-one forecast for something big that's happening in your life, feel free to reach out to me. The first link below is a way to get in touch and look at my rates and availability. If you'd like to give back to this channel because you appreciate the sort of videos that I do, that would be more than welcome. And there's plenty of ways to do so if you click on the second link, which will take you to my website. And there's 2 or 3 ways to donate, including Patreon. And just a reminder, a little bit goes a long way. Each month I like to try to add something new, whether it's new cards or just keeping up with the cost of production. All of those donations definitely help out. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. There are 2 links below. There's the subscribe button and also that notification bell, which will send you an email whenever I post a new video. And you can also join me on social media. The 3rd link below is going to allow you to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or to sign up for my newsletter. Finally, and most importantly, I'd like to thank you for being a part of this journey where we're all getting stronger, brighter, and lighter. I come here every month really to share some of my gifts and insight with you, and also to help impart that on you as well. I hope that I'm creating sort of this environment where you all realize that you have psychic abilities, psychic potential, and more importantly, that you're light workers that can make this a better planet. I talked about creating a chain of light in last month's videos. I really want to kind of extend that metaphor so that all of you are like lighthouses as well, inspiring and teaching others. And I think if we do that, then this is going to be a great community that we're creating on the planet. And I do believe in hope and the power of change. And I think it's really important for us to embrace those concepts right now. So shine brightly. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Much love and light. I'll see you soon. Bye.